Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm making some homemade lasagna. To learn how I made this, keep watching. So I'm using Prego tomato, basil, and garlic sauce, Parmesan and mozzarella cheese, ricotta cheese, 1 egg, black pepper, garlic salt, which I omitted, table salt, Italian seasoning. Of course, you're gonna need some lasagna noodles, minced garlic, parsley and basil, an onion, ground beef, and Italian sausage. I debated on whether or not I should even post this recipe because I kind of feel like everybody knows how to make lasagna, but hey, let's get right into this recipe. So first you want to start out by just removing the casing from your Italian sausage. You're going to break that up with your utensil. Make sure that your heat setting should be kind of like on a medium high, but more close to high. I used 1.5 pounds of ground beef for this recipe. You want to cook this until your meat is browned, and then you want to go in, you want to start adding in your seasoning. I used a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of black pepper, and a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Mix that up, and then you're going to add in your diced ingredients such as your diced onion and your minced garlic. Let that cook a little bit until the onions are translucent. Now you want to go ahead and drain the meat, okay? But this is optional. I like to do it because I feel like it's a healthy habit to remove some of that fat. But if you want to leave it in your dish, knock yourself out, but I'm not. So after you drain your meat, return that meat back to your heat source. Then you want to add in your sauce. I used 2 jars of the Prego sauce, and I believe these were 24-ounce jars. I let this simmer for 1 hour on low heat, of course. And then after it was done, I added in my parsley and basil, which was also chopped off camera. I chopped the onions. My husband chopped the parsley and basil off camera. So yeah, you want to add this in once the sauce is done, because you do not want to cook these fresh, ingredients in your sauce. You want this to cook as your lasagna is baking in the oven, okay? So now for the noodles, heat your water on high heat, add in your salt and oil, and bring your water to a boil before you add in your noodles, which you are only going to cook for 8 minutes. Do not overcook your noodles because they are going to continue to cook in the oven, so you don't want your noodles to be like extremely soggy. So once you remove them from the pot, you can either place them in some cold water or you can let them air dry a little bit. So now for the ricotta cheese, a little disclaimer, I do not like ricotta cheese like that, but I did want to flavor this lasagna with some ricotta cheese, but I just made sure I didn't use a whole lot. So as you can see, I've added the egg, I've added salt, black pepper, and I added Parmesan cheese. Now I'm adding in some more parsley and basil. I'm going to give this a quick stir and set it to the side. So now for just to assemble the lasagna, you want to get a casserole dish of your choice. And first you want to spread the meat sauce on the bottom. Layer the noodles on top. Okay, and so next you're going to add in your meat sauce, or if you want you can add cheese, but I just added my meat sauce next. Then I added mozzarella cheese, parsley and basil, more noodles, more sauce. Then I added the ricotta cheese. And so I try not to overdo it with the ricotta cheese. One time I made lasagna and I totally overdid it. My kids love ricotta cheese, okay? Or, well, at least one of my children, my daughter, she loves ricotta cheese. This time I made sure not to overdo the ricotta cheese, and it was super duper delicious. And so as you can see, I repeated the same steps. And when you make this, just add as much cheese as you like. So I found some Colby Jack cheese in the refrigerator and I decided to add that on top. And that's about it. I baked my lasagna in the oven. I used foil and I baked it on 400 degrees for 45 minutes. 5 of those minutes I baked it on broil. So here's my finished results. I've got to try this recipe if you don't know how to make lasagna. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.